Well, I might have done a mic test before this, but I didn't. I'm just gonna hope it works and that soundbar down there means we're good. Hello everyone, and welcome to the one or two people that may already be watching this. This is the RHoD or Die 4v4, I think, North American Championships. I mean, I know there are North American teams, I just don't know if there was an EU 4v4 RHoD or Die league. This is the finals between SJR and Antares Scorpions. Definitely going to be a good game. Both of them nearly undefeated, except for SJR, who lost to Antares earlier in the season during the regular matches. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure AS is 7-0 and SJR is 6-1. AS coming off their win over Seraphim Rising Storm in the semifinals, and Steel JaguaR coming off a win against Clan Smoke JaguaR. I feel like Imperial did not compete in this one. Doubt, or we would see at least one of those teams in the top 4. Maybe not, though. Be totally full of shit on that one. So this cast brought to you by Green Drank. Cloudy Green Drank. Because it's all we could make with the liquor that we have. It's good stuff. Go ahead and check out the rosters here. Steel JaguaR, of course, pretty standard fare. The Magician, you know what? We can switch over to this roster tab, but it's just going to probably confuse people because this totally has more people on it than are actually on the RHoD or Die roster. This is the Major League MechWarrior roster, but you know what? We're going to use it so you can see some of these names. The Magician, team captain, and actually the league administrator / originator of RHoD or Die. I'm pretty sure that RHoD or Die is like the longest standing league in MechWarrior Online's history. It's been around since, oh god, I want to say closed beta. Maybe it was open beta, but I feel like they might have done it closed beta even. I don't know how many 8v8 seasons there have been, but there have been quite a few. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say several. G-Man129 running Metamex.com for anybody that doesn't know about that. Great resource for playing the meta, for building mechs. Even if you don't like playing the meta, it's a great resource to see how the theory of building mechs sort of evolves, where, you know, you don't want empty slots, you don't want empty tonnage, you want to really try to balance it out, you know, the right heat management, all this kind of stuff. It gives a great baseline. So even if you want to swap out a few things and take an ER small to round out your build, you know, you can start with something that is proven to work. The other SJR members: Ghost, Cornite, Fembrosian, Gut, Soul, JaguaR12, Carnage, and Rouza. JaguaR12 I have not seen streaming much lately. Then again, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to MWO streamers, but I will say that for a long time there, they he had a pretty big following. Just gonna go ahead and double check that don't have any alerts yet. They haven't invited me, and I'm not just holding up the final match here because that would be super awesome of me. And for Antares Scorpions, they've got a sub team name because they actually entered 2 teams in this league, as far as I can tell. And this is the Special Snowflakes. Erratic avatar of what? Bradleyism. I've always wondered how to pronounce that. Bradley USM, Bradleyism, like aneurysm, but it's not aneurysm. I don't know. I quit. Aractus. Hey man, good to see you again. I miss Aractus. He was angry, and I don't know. QQ doesn't have enough rage these days, damn it. Shout out to him. Razik, Petzold, Poopenshire, Hulkins, and Gamers, spelled with caps and numbers. And it looks like, hey, this isn't random maps, like I sort of thought. So let's go ahead and fix that. How about HPG Manifold like it's actually going to be? So Full disclosure to the viewers, I don't really have any idea what's going on in terms of 4v4. You know, I've never really watched it competitively at all. Not that I'm much of a competitive player anyways. But I definitely really don't know what's going on here. All I can do is wildly speculate about what's going to happen. So with this first drop, King of the Hill, 2101, that's 2 lights, 1 medium, 0 heavies, and 1 assault. I feel like strategy is going to be squarely centered around that assault mech and what they're going to do with it. Very likely that you would take the Direwolf as your only assault and try to get in massive damage. Having said that, you know, the Direwolf pretty much limits your team speed to that 53, 54 kilometers an hour that it goes, whereas taking a fast assault like a Banshee or something else that a little bit tankier and maybe less likely to get caught out, maybe that's the way to go. I don't know, I just sort of expect Direwolf because, man, that firepower. How can you beat that? Lights are obviously going to be very important here. Scouting out the enemy position and maybe even doing a little knife fighting. I'm hoping that we see some sort of duel brawl thing. I'm thinking Arctic cheetahs aren't allowed in this league. I could be totally wrong, but it's usually available for C-bills by the beginning of the league, and the Arctic cheetah was not on this one. I don't really play this game that much anymore, so I can only really speculate, but I'm gonna guess that we're still gonna see fire starters and ravens and not just a bunch of cheetahs running around. Another thing I should mention is that there are match-wide chassis restrictions. So even there are 5 drops, you can only use 3 of any particular chassis throughout your entire 5 drops. So if you want to take 2 fire starters in this first drop, fine, but you only get 1 more for the other 4 drops. So we'll see how much that influences their choice. You know, I haven't really thought about the metagaming implications of the drop deck setup for this, which is actually really interesting, because, you know, do you just rush it? Do you pick all the good chassis straight up? Do you just go, you know, Direwolf, Stormcrow, you know, I guess cheetahs if you had them, whatever, and try to get the early wins in and try to not care about the chassis limits? Or do you plan for a more prolonged fight where if you burn all of your good mechs up front, you might be at a disadvantage in later rounds and have to use something like, well, I'm not going to say like a commando, but you know, like a Kit Fox or something bad. So, we'll see. Just got a lobby invite here. Yay. Can't move myself. I quit. I really hope they just drop me on my own lance in my fail whale. This would be the best possible outcome. We're hoping for it. I would totally shoutcast from a Direwolf S with jump jets, half armor, and 16 weapons. And if that's not a quality shoutcast, then hell, I don't know what is. Yeah, those rosters have not been updated in a while, so, yeah, I had this big plan where I was like, yeah, now that I've got all the team data filled out and all this, we could figure out a way to keep it all updated and get the community together and have some place for shoutcasters to, you know, take matches and for teams to list their matches and all that stuff, and I was just like, boy, that sounds like a lot of fucking work. And probably for something that very few people would actually use, unfortunately. So, just never happened. But hey, if you guys are starting up MWOLN, bug me. I've got the, or just find that post that I made with all the links. All the CSV stuff is there. Should probably get edited at some point, so these rosters are current and not just a total bunch of bullshit like they are right now. But that will not be me. Fuck, they moved me out into spectator slot. I'm not going to just drop in a Direwolf S. What can you do? You win some, you lose some. Launching into match right now. Gonna really hope that I can remember some of these controls here. Okay, it's like what? Enter. Case. Okay, we got one of them. B, yeah, tab. Uh-huh. There's like one thing left. Nope. Nope. There we go. Why they spread that crap all over the keyboard, I will never know. I sent them a doc and told them, please bind all of these things to the controller. Since, my god, why? So, Direwolf from Antares, Scorpions, Direwolf from SJR. Not really surprising here. SJR trying to take that top side, move their Direwolf to the right into good position in the backfield here. It looks like Antares might be doing something sneaky, trying to go underside. Their Direwolf is definitely making a beeline for it, so they are going to do something sneaky here. Avatar of what? Taking 100% more damage than anyone else. Probably leg damage. So, I get the sense that SJR has scouted them and they know they're hiding down there. Jaeger up on top, probably, well, probably. He, of course, has seismic sensor, so they definitely know they're under there. G-Man making a cautious approach. Now, let's see how they're set up down here. Really just Direwolf watching the edge, ready to duck behind that pillar. Stormcrow in the ambush position down here, and then Firestarters, I guess, just gonna take Theta and see what happens. And this is a King of the Hill mode. It's modified conquest, so Kappa and Epsilon are off limits, and ultimately, unless SJR wants to take their lights totally out of the fight and go capture Antares' base, they're going to have to come in here and make some sort of a move. Both teams really hoping someone on the other team is stupid and peeks. It's a nice little line that G-Man's got. Very narrow corridor for return fire. But of course, AS not taking the bait. Perfectly happy to just camp here and run up that counter. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Or what? Taking a tiny bit of leg damage there. SJR's lights on the move. I gotta believe they're probably getting into position for something fun here. Probably a two-pronged attack. Whether that was seen on seismic is up for debate, but my guess is yes. Ooh. Avatar launches a UAV. Pretty sure Jaeger does too. So. Still just jockeying here, but it does look like Gamer has taken some damage in his Firestarter out there. And ooh. Antares making an aggressive move out here, and they might have just caught G-Man alone. Oh no, both Direwolves go down at the same time. AS charging out. SJR's lights behind. Magician down to 59%. And it definitely looks like Mag is worse off. Yep, sure enough. So now it's just going to be the two lights for SJR. They've got to take this Stormcrow down fast, and sure enough, they get it. Now it's just a light fight, and SJR's lights are looking in better shape. Gamer, 59% of that Firestarter A, so now they've just got to, and they are going to focus on him. Right here, he's legged. And it looks like this first round is going to go to SJR unless Avatar of What can do some serious ninja shit right here. And so the first round does indeed go to SJR. Avatar of what? Pulling in top damage, 2 kills, and that fire starter did a ton of work down there. Interesting choice, and I don't think a bad one by AS to sort of push up in there and hope they got the better trades with that direwolf in the lane. But ultimately, SJR's lights just did a better job there, keeping totally fresh till the end. And I probably should have checked on what the damage was for Gamer on that leg when he got down to 93% right before the big push by AS, but I sort of am thinking that was probably leg damage, and that might be why he sort of got a little bit extra focused and legged earlier. Right there. Total speculation though, no clue. I believe SJR is also streaming this on Twitch TV/RHoD. Could be totally wrong about that. Could be totally wrong about the Blink name, so who knows? God, I love my Twitch chat. Always. Even when there are only 10 people here, it's just always a joy. Well, it looks like they're all leaving this lobby, so I should probably get the hell out of there so they can re-invite me. You know, the depressing part about the change they made with the spectator slots is it almost doesn't make it any more convenient, simply because they always have to reform lobbies to switch sides on maps. So, you know, I know PGI isn't listening, but if there was anyone from PGI out there that happened to see this, please, for the love of God, just let teams in the lobby pick sides. Like an option, not like you have to form lobby to be on this side of the map. It's like so close and so far, but hey, whatever. Whatever. Alright, next drop. What do we got? Tourmaline Desert. Tourmaline Desert. Hey, okay, we should probably increment the score. Tourmaline Desert. Gonna be another King of the Hill. 1 light, 1 medium. Wait, no. Yeah, 1 light, 0 mediums. 2 heavies, 1 assault. So this one's gonna be a pretty beefy deck with the light being really key in scouting out the enemy, depending on how sneaky they are. But mostly this is just going to be pick 3 angry mechs and go to war. I gotta believe both teams will try to burn a Direwolf here as well. Direwolf and, I don't know, maybe Hellbringer, Timberwolf? Hellbringer for the ECM. Don't know though. Guess you could see 2 Timberwolves. Maybe Thunderbolts? Maybe are those still meta? The medium pulse things? I don't know. If it is, I really don't think they would do it on Tourmaline. I think Tourmaline would be a total waste for that, but who knows? You could also see them do something like EMP's long range play with the ER large quick draw. Another possibility. Not incredibly likely in my mind, but you know, just based on these 2 teams, but who knows? You know, being 4v4, I actually don't know these players and preferences they have. Okay. Yes, I am a tier 2 peasant. The only thing that makes me sad about that is, well, I felt like I should be tier 3. I felt like I really wanted to be right in the middle of the bell curve. But now I'm pissed off because they've told me there is no bell curve. It's just the more you play, the higher you get. That's just seems to be how it goes. So now I don't even know if I'm enough of a peasant to be T2. Or if, really, if I'd played enough of this game this year, that I would be T1. You know, what's the good in having a tier system that weighs so much on time invested? It just makes no sense to me. But hey, whatever. What do I know about this game? Oh well. It was just like, I just... Some of this stuff is so painfully obvious to me, and seemingly to the most of the community, and to them it's just like, why would we do it that way? Well, Green Drink is not that great, but it is much, much, much better than that horrible, horrible whiskey I had during the Major League McWarrior final. My God, that was bad. I can still taste the pain. Ugh. Well, responding to stream chat 5 minutes later is always a real joy, but yeah, the push, I mean, I thought it was an interesting move to be sneaky and just, like, get it over with, because ultimately SJR is going to push in there at some point, and maybe they want to fight the engagement on their terms rather than SJR's. I think they were hoping that with those two lights sitting up there, that they could get, you know, maybe an extra 5 or 10 seconds of alone time with the Stormcrow and the Direwolf, but the trades just didn't work out in their favor, and it just sort of ended up being a waste of a nice defensive position. Also, Rhythm, if you're around afterwards, you want to talk about that, the league thing, now is a good time. I was not on this weekend because I totally spaced out, so whatever. But to my credit, I also played Zero MechWarrior Online. I have been just pounding away at Metal Gear Solid 5. I can't get enough of that game. That's a real game right there. Got a lobby invite, so I assume we'll be in game in a couple of minutes here. Type no pants in chat if you want to win a free mech bay. Not that I'm giving any away. I'm just saying, like, if you want one, you should, you know, type no pants. Alright. Drop 2. Tourmaline. 1 light. 2 heavies. 1 assault. And, yes. Alright, so blue is Antares Scorpions. They have taken the Stalker 3H. I believe that's going to be the ER Large Stalker. Timberwolf Hellbringer, Raven 4X, Large Laser Raven, and, yep, Stalker for Magician, 3H, probably ERs, maybe. Be totally wrong. Don't pay nearly enough attention. And sure enough, Hellbringer, Timberwolf. Let's take a look at some of these mechs, see what kind of trades. It looks like definitely SJR is getting the better trades here. The Hellbringer, spread damage all around, but what's the okay. Erratic and the Timberwolf down to 81%. Spread all over, so not bad. Not bad. Could be a lot worse. Oh geez. Jaeger down to 75% on that Hellbringer, probably on the side he doesn't care about? No? That's right, there is no side you don't care about. Hellbringer, but... Both of Jaeger's torsos opened up. Mag doing alright. Both of the stalkers are pretty damn fresh right now, but at this point, the trades have spun around, and now it's definitely going AS's way. I think they got the better firing lanes here. G-Man and that Timberwolf, sort of... I don't know if he's down in the ditch by choice. SJR now really spreading out, trying to get some extra angles at Raven, breaking off to the right. Maybe he's going to go try to cap Theta, put a little bit of pressure on them. All the rest of SJR sort of backs off here, and it sort of looks like that's what they're doing. I think that Raven is going to be okay capturing this. Down to 69% though. They've got it. I doubt it's... No, it's not full capped. That's right. We have displays for this now. Genius. Now, AS shifting over to their right here, and if they catch G-Man out alone, it's not going to be good, but it does look like Jaeger is going to join him down there in the ditch. Mag's got a pretty good crossfire here as well, so if they do all try to move over here, they're going to have at least some resistance. Let's check on percentages. Oh god, why can't we do this easier? So Gauss Rifle's about to go, but everything else is fine. SJR, Raven's almost legged. Timberwolf for SJR is almost gone side torsos. Really fresh AS Stalker. Hellbringer for AS, yep, right side popped. Timberwolf not doing well for AS. The Raven is doing fine. Mag, both side torsos not looking good on this stalker, so yep, sure enough, I think this is definitely going to go AS's way if SJR can't turn this around here. There are no strikes allowed. One of those giant game changer moments is going to be hard. Let's see what this does. D-Man goes down with that sneak attack. Well, flank, whatever. So does Avatar of what? Jaeger almost down. No, he's probably just got a Gauss rifle left and not much else. Gut moving in while Mag provides covering fire. I get the sense that this is one of the caps that they're even supposed to be by. Capturing, that is. AS doing a nice job of staying together. Jaeger trying to get some shots up here. Don't know. Yeah, he probably does have the torso twist. Yep. Getting some good shots in. AS has got to clean up their backfield here. They're putting themselves in a crossfire, and oh man, stalker fight between Bradley and the Magician, and then you got this fight going on over here. Braddock goes down in that Timberwolf. Bradley trying to suppress Magician, but it didn't quite work, so now it's just Gamer in this Raven against... Oh, and he gets legged. So now it's going to be Bradleyism versus 3 SJR mechs, but oh, just 2. He did manage to get Jaeger's right torso out. Oh shit. Bradley charging on Magician out there, trying to keep all the action in sight. Magician playing it smart, really just keeping him antsy. Oh, both Ravens are legged, I believe. Let's check out this stalker fight. Oh, and Magician goes down. So now 2 left for AS, only 1 for SJR. I think SJR's got the health percentage, but who knows? Let's get in on Gut and see where this ends. Okay, so Gut takes him down. He is legged. His mobility advantage is totally shot here, so this largely depends on how screwed this stalker is now. And it's got the side torso's almost clipped. So basically, Guts just got to make a couple of good shots here and clip off that torso. CT's even pretty weak. This is one hell of a close match. Both of these mechs timidly and cautiously engaging, but I think that the Stalker's going to get the first volley off here. Sure enough, it's a big hit. Gut needs one solid hit on that torso. Oh, nice shield right there. Using his back armor, Gut. Gut not falling for the fake this time. Oh man, this is hilarious. Oh, and he does it. Gut strips the Stalker and SJR is gonna take it. That was some real skill play right there. That was a hell of a finish. Fucking great game. Damage numbers on both sides, really solid. You know, SJR got the really early advantage there in trades. AS quickly came back and sort of out-traded them. SJR off with the cap move and the weird spread out plan. And AS just sort of moved into a bad position there, got surrounded, and SJR took advantage. And that last little duel there between the Stalker and the Legged Raven. Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Well, hopefully we can get another couple of rounds like that. And by that, I mean I'm cheering for AS to win the next two so we can have, you know, a final match to decide it all. Alright, what the hell is our next match gonna be? I don't know why I navigated away from this page. Okay. Canyon. Next one's going to be on Canyon Network. And 275 tons. So what that means is there's no class restrictions. You just have to make a 275 ton drop deck. I believe that you can make it lighter, up to 10 tons lighter. Could be wrong about that, but you know what? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's what I read in some set of rules for something somewhere. So, AS making some good plays here, but I think they're being a little too aggressive in terms of both of these rounds. They sort of had the advantage if they had just sat back a little extra and you know, made SJR sort of do the work come to them. Sort of both times they've decided to make that first move unnecessarily, and it just hasn't worked out for them. This last one was tricky just because, you know, Jaeger got up on the damn pillar and they sort of got surrounded, and you just can't walk into a position where you're getting hit from multiple sides. It's just too ugly. We'll see what happens. It's definitely been close, both of these rounds. I expect to see another good one next time. Oh man. Well, I guess in the meantime, while I'm waiting for an invite, I should probably do the shoutouts on stream that I've been waiting to do for way too long. Way too long. Holy shit. I'll tell you what, way too long. God damn, my email, it's just backlog crap. So, having said that, thank you for your subscriptions or follows or whatever the hell you do on Twitch too. 77 Heavens, NGNG TV, Sola, Independent, Flash Arc, Kira Oname, Moonglum, Drakeo, Satul, Mayo, J35, Orchrist, Mango, Bogadog, Odin Steel, Kenku, Black Snake, RHoD, AODH, I don't know. Hungry Hobo, Tuzon, Opie, Supercoop, Dayhack, Psychoholic, Ronin, X62, To My Balls, Dread Reactor 745, Dina Globe, Firewolf 6, MWMW 222, CGC Eiffel, Braddock, Orion YT, Roger D, Zombie, or Supermarket Zombies, Tyler Valentine, Road Demon, Fearsome Mudcrab, Toaster, MWO, DC 1122, Denatonium, Mindworm, Mechhawken, and the next page. Still no invites yet. We're not missing anything. John Zuiderweg or something like that. James Crago, Warple Sword. I probably should have separated these into their own folder or something. Or Oghara, Mercenary 90, Gur Kilikex 1994, Slurender, Bada Baden, Favors MWO, Cryptex, Ultimate Game, Noober, what the hell? You just subscribed to me, you dick. Sleek Husky, Arabator, Eddie Smooth, Tolson, Test Me, 504. Jeez, that sounds like a lifelong subscription right there. Primal Chrome, and that's it. We're through. I can delete all those emails. I can say that I've read your name on stream. I am not a thankless bastard. Well, Darth Peanut, never fear, citizen, because this will be on my YouTube channel at some point. Probably like tomorrow or the next day, something like that. Believe me, I hate my voice too. I wish I could be... Oh man, there are so many good voices that I would take if I could have them. Oh man. Oh, never mind. I think he's talking to Lego. I agree that Lego's mom's hot, though. Cheers to that. I guess I will link the, whatever the hell I was just talking about linking. And, you know what? I should link that one thing. Another Run Hot or Die 4v4 tournament coming up. It's like a $25 entry fee. It's going to happen over 2 weekends. So none of this 3, 4, 5 month long tournament shit. None of that. It's just 2 weekends. Decides everything. All matches are pre-scheduled. Check it out. It's just going to be another 4v4 RHoD. Sign up. Do it. You won't do it. Do it. Make your dreams become reality. I'm gonna be really sad if they just forgot to add me to this one and we're just gonna do drop 3. I'm not gonna be in it. If we do, I'll just podcast. And since I won't have any of the spectator tools, because they took the damn public spectator away from me, I'll just drop in my Direwolf S, see how quickly I can die, and then spectate and shit on all of the players that I can. Be great. So, Canyon Network obviously favors mechs with jump jets. 275 tons. You know, a lot of people know what they do with the drop deck based on tonnage. Because I don't really play competitive, I have no clue what that'd be. 275 divided by 4 is like 60, 65-ish, something like that. I don't know. I don't do math anymore. So, it's like a light, heavy, big, medium. I don't know. Maybe like a Wolverine's deck. Maybe a Thunderbolt Wolverine deck. Maybe you go for a lot of lights and do a lot of tonnage, but I normally would not expect to see like a Direwolf in a drop like this. Maybe. I don't really know how these teams think, but I feel like there's going to be a premium on mobility, especially in Canyon Network. Gotta have jump jets. I guess the Direwolf has jump jets at this point. And why did they do that? Jesus Christ. You know, there's some things that you just don't give jump jets to, and that is... Oh, they just won't let me ready up as the Direwolf S. I've been just jonesing to play that thing. You know, if I ever run another tournament, I'll tell you what. That's going to be one of the rules, is that if somebody spectates, you gotta let them just drop. Drop as the 9th guy, or the 5th guy, or whatever on your team. Gotta be in a terrible mech, maybe flamers only, flamers and machine guns. No armor. That'd work. It'll be kind of interesting to see what the teams do with this, in the sense that the only capturable point, or the capturable point that they'll be fighting over, is right on the middle of that map in that plateau. So I sort of expect trading stuff. We'll be able to sit back at the outer ring of encirclements or cover and sort of fire into it. But I suppose you could also take a really aggressive deck and just play to own it. The problem is they can flank you on so many sides on this map that it almost does no good if you were to do that. So we've got Antares Scorpions over here in red. In blue is going to be SJR, and I do see 2 Hellbringers on each team. Of course, these players all know all of the fun places they can actually get up top without needing jump jets very quickly. SJR, like early on, they're totally not concerned with that midpoint. Just going to use their ridge for trading and enjoy themselves. Maybe trying to keep sneaky here. Don't quite know. Oh, it's a redrop because they're killing each other. I wish I could see team chat. I can't. I tried. Well, I believe that Antares Scorpions is really gonna is totally gonna win this in terms of killing themselves the fastest by a rather large margin, even. Maybe not though. Do you even overheat, bro? Do you? Yeah, he does. Well, guess that takes care of that. Magician, the only mech alive with a whopping 20 match score. Wait, what? Why? I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna wave my hands, and I don't know why PGI math happens. Looks like they're getting back in lobby, so maybe a connection issue, something like that. I don't really know. But I assume we'll be good to go in about another minute or two, which, by the way, is about the perfect amount of time to get some more grain drink. And survey says we just went green across the board. Might actually be perfect timing. Oh yeah, that's right, the buttons. Yeah. So here we go, same setup, same drop decks. Only difference is that there's a summoner for SJR. I'm curious, is this a Pop-Tart summoner? You betcha. Classic. Fucking classic. I just want to sit in Jaeger's view for this whole time now. But I won't. SJR looping around, taking that strong spot over there by that, you know, that rock and green. AS, I don't like this side of the map that AS is on. I really don't. I hate it. This whole ditch down here, anytime your team gets stuck there in a pug game, you're just totally screwed. They've got tons of great firing lanes from over there, you know, all the way around the edge. This whole thing is great for trading. This area is decent for trading. The rocks are good for trading. You can go over here and trade effectively. Just a lot of options from this side of the map. On this side of the map, I never really know what the hell to do with it. If you go here, you can't fit all your mechs there. The canyon just never really works out. Of course, this is all speaking for 12v12. You know, 8v8 and definitely 4v4. Entirely different experience. They're going to move up the canyon, take the plateau, and have at least equal footing here. No one's taking theta. AS trading really aggressively here. Mag down to 80%. Not really focusing him out either. AS really owning that platform, moving up, being aggressive. They push Magician off. Now, if they move decisively, they can push the rest of SJR off the top, or at least have them at a very disadvantageous trade here. But looks like Radic and the Timberwolf jetted off. He's gonna go try to finish Magician alone. We'll try to keep the percentages in view here. Radic is definitely gonna take him down. Gut also getting chased down there with this. Oh, Radic shut down. That's not good. He needs to burn that cool shot. Probably already has. And Radic's little play here is definitely buying time for those other 3 AS mechs to move up. Radic does take down Magician before he gets killed by either G-Man or Gut. Gut's still stuck down here. Can't really do much because he doesn't have jump jets on that. The Hellbringer. Jaeger here pinned down at 70. They're real spread out. If AS can just push decisively, they might have it, but they do have a lot of weak mechs here. They've got to get G-Man alone if they can and take him down before they move on. And they get him, sure enough. So it's 3-2 AS. Oh, 2-2 AS's favor. Jaeger with a nice pick shot from across. And Jaeger, of course, that Pop-Tart build, that's what you don't do. There's no point in trying to outpeak a Pop-Tart because all they need is a split second to FaceTime. So if Jaeger can just stay hidden here, he'll be okay. Got both side torsos, so he can probably burn that left side without worrying too much. AS taking a step back. About where best to approach from, it sort of looks like. We're gonna hop in and see what Gut's at here. Very weak. I mean, he is one clip from going down. What about Jaeger? Jaeger's gonna be there. Oh, now his right torso's opened up. He's trying to keep a limited profile here. Make sure his right side is blocked by that rock, so that really the only lane he has to deal with is right there. Neither team really wanting to pop up here. Jaeger moving across, going up. Gut is also up there. AS staying sneaky here. Staying sneaky. Now Gut's going to go out front as the bait. We're going to see how this works out. Let's get into Jaeger's perspective and see how they're going to use him. Oh, the Gauss rifle goes. Oh, and it explodes. That was huge. That was a great shot. Because now Jaeger is totally disabled. The Hellbringer is down, and AS is going to take this round. That was a great pick on that right torso. Props to whoever on AS made that shot. Because that was it. You needed that. Might have very well been Bradley with the totally cherry red CT and all that good stuff. Another great round here. 541 damage, 2 kills from Avatar. What in that Hellbringer? Damn impressive. So, we move on to the next drop. Series total is at 2-1 SJR's favor. Next drop is Mining Collective. Mining Collective 1210. So very medium center drop, no assault mechs. Gonna be a lot of speed involved here. Don't crash. Please don't crash. I'm really hoping that this didn't just like break controller input. Is it disconnected? And if not, then, well, good. If it did, then, well, we're gonna have some shitty views for the next round. Sorry, kids. Dude, my biceps crazy, bro. You should see my calves. Just catching up on stream chat. Always classy. Always classy. Well, if I had a little bit more time, I totally would have had a Donald Trump soundboard ready to go, but I didn't. You know what? Maybe we can just make this happen right now. What am I doing?
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions. Are you gay? Are you a homosexual? Have you ever had sex before?
Oh, man. Okay, so the soundboard stays. I don't really know which ones are relevant to the game, but those are definitely relevant to stream chat.
Have you ever had sex before?
So, you know, we're just gonna throw those in there to kill downtime right now. So, let's see. Mining Collective, fairly symmetrical, except for the right-left imbalance. One side sort of much better for, you know, keeping Overwatch on the middle, and one is much worse. So, you know, that's just how it goes. This is a pretty good soundboard, but I'm gonna be honest, I always loved Jack Nicholson soundboards more than anything else in the world. I just think Jack Nicholson's got it going on. So AS doing a good job of doing what they didn't really do so well in the first couple of rounds there, where they made SJR come to them. You know, they decided, you know what, we're going to be a little sneaky, we're going to fade back, we're going to let them be the aggressors here, and we're going to try to pick them off. And it was damn good. It worked out for them. They were both incredibly weak. You saw maybe that that Thunderbolt at the end. Cherry red CT, cherry red left torso, and if either one of those had gone, it's either neutered or dead. So, it's pretty damn good. Really, though, it was that shot on Jaeger's torso that popped that Gauss rifle. The minute that went, it was over. Oh, we got somebody asking questions in chat. Boy, somebody that probably doesn't play this game. Damn. Watching competitive stuff for this game? I salute you, sir. I'm not sure I understand the question, but I mean, like, why do they shield? Basically, shielding is when you just put all your crap on one side, or mostly on one side, and then everything just sort of magically works out. Because your other side has nothing on it, so you don't care if you lose it. There are certain conditions under which losing a side torso can kill you, which is if you are an XL, if you have an XL engine and you're in an inner sphere mech, then you can die on a side torso death, but otherwise, it's great to just burn aside. In fact, in pretty much all my builds that I can do it on, I prefer to make them asymmetrical. I am a shield and sword kind of guy. I have no love for symmetrical loadouts. It doesn't do anything particularly well for the most part, except, you know, the ones that can pull off a super high alpha. Even then, I prefer to have it all on one side so I can peek a corner. And I just take the gamble that if I've lost my weapon side, I have played like a retard, and I sort of deserve it. That's just my thinking. So, it's got its pros and cons for sure. But the Summoner, there's pretty much nothing else you can do. It's a one-sided Pop-Tart, and you wouldn't want it any other way. It also helps the convergence. You know, explaining this to the 29 probably all competitive players in this stream. And I still don't understand the part of the question about one hit kills a mech. If the center torso is destroyed, it one hit kills a mech. So if you're talking about when I referred at the end of the round, like, oh, he was one shot away, it was the center torso that was going to go, that was going to kill him. Although on clan mechs, if you have both side torsos destroyed, then you die. So like that Hellbringer with a cherry red right torso, that was going to be dead because that was the only side torso left, because it had already lost its left. So if it also lost its right, then it would have died. It's all a little bit convoluted, but Intersphere and clan mechs are fundamentally different in a couple of ways, and that is one of them. So, yeah, Mining Collective. Mining Collective is still what we're doing next. Let's see, 1 light, 2 mediums, and a heavy. You know what I want to see? I want to see 2 hunchback 4 Js. And Narc Raven. And I want to say a stock Timberwolf. I'll put $5 on that. Realistically, though, probably Timberwolf or Hellbringer for ECM. I'd sort of think Timberwolf for this one. And then a couple of, I don't know, Wolverines maybe for trading. I'd say Brawl, but I feel like there are too many good firing lanes here and too much open space in the middle of the map to really be able to count on brawling very much. Maybe Stormcrows. I don't know how many Stormcrows each of these teams have left. I want to say 1. Say they both use 2. Could be totally wrong about that. Oh yeah, Elryu. I totally forgot to mention the damage transfer mechanic. Yeah, that back in the day, there was the Centurion was like the de facto brawling mech, the Cent A, because it had these totally broken hitboxes where once the arm was destroyed, the arm hitbox was like this big, and it absorbs all the damage that was coming at the torsos or whatever. It would transfer that at 50% to the side torso, and then if that was already destroyed, then it would transfer that at 50% to the CT. So effectively you were taking 25% damage, and it made those mechs as tanky as Atlas's. Basically, it was ridiculous. And yes, Bearclaw pajamas, always. Anytime you've seen me in a suit and a tie and a vest and whatever, I'm wearing these fucking pajama pants. This lovely number right here. I don't wear real fucking pants when I'm home. That's like a rule. I fucking hate pants. Oh my god, and a lobby invite. We've got one. Yes. I'm ready. I'm ready to go in, coach. Just give me a chance. Do we have a water boy? Is it? No, that's Ace Ventura soundboard. Let's see if we can find what we're looking for. Are you kidding me? That's not a soundboard, that's a list of sound clips. You suck. Your soundboard is bad and you should feel bad. Oh, come on. Soundboard.com. Soundboard.com is a cancer. What the hell? No. You know what? I don't know. I give up. We're in drop 4. Okay. B backspace tab. That is what I push every time now. Okay, so we got SJR over here in red. We got a Firestarter, Wolverine, Timberwolf, and a Stormcrow. And over here, Enforcers. I want to believe that's probably the UAC Enforcer since I don't know what else you'd use it for, but I could be totally wrong. Maybe AC-10 medium lasers. A Jenner F. What the hell? Good to see that mech again, and a Timberwolf. So, I was right on opting for the Timberwolves over the Hellbringers, especially because jump jets on this map are so very useful for getting up to those high trading places that you can't get anywhere else. While they're moving into position, let's take a look. Let's see what they've got here. Standard, very standard build. In the Enforcers, we've got large pulse. Really? Didn't even know you could run these with large pulse, really. Both of them, large pulse, definitely. So, okay. And, we don't really need to look at the rest of this. We know what the hell's in everything else. Just meta. Meta and medium lasers. Ambrosian from SJR take a lot of damage trying to get that cap. Still hasn't capped it. It is still on... Oh, God. The controller. Oh boy. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Alright. We're gonna hope this works. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, well, on the trades, it definitely looks like Fembrosian's taking the worst of it in that light. Let's take a look at him and see what kind of damage he's actually taken. Rear torso opened up, gonna lose the left arm that he doesn't care about. Definitely not too bad. Not great, but not horrible. Could be way worse. Why does it leave me in the stupid view that it was in? CGI, please. Trades definitely seem to be going AS's way, and they did get the good side of the map in terms of Overwatch here. This is what I'm talking about when I say that one side of the map is better for keeping Overwatch on Theta. It's because it's got this two-tiered platform. You guys have guys peeking around both corners. You can have guys peeking up on this level. Where over here, you basically just have a couple of corners to peek around. You don't have that second tier. Magician over on the left there, Fembrosian maneuvering around, trying to take a look at stuff. Antares has captured the point though, so at some point SJR is going to have to make a move regardless of whether or not they're winning the trades. Now, all things considered, I'd say the trades are pretty even, perhaps even tilting SJR at this point if you don't count Fembrosian, who really sort of doesn't matter in the trading game here. Since it's a bit slow, we're going to take a look and see what kind of actual damage there has been. G-Man for SJR is all spread out damage. Avatar of what in AS is Timberwolf. Damage from the back, a little bit of extra damage on the right side. Definitely not that bad though. So, okay. SJR making a play for the middle here. And they've got it. And now they're just trying to make it out of there. Jaeger down to 71%. Again, trade's looking pretty even here for the most part. UAVs up for both sides. And really, the SJR UAV is probably doing a lot more good than the AS's one. The AS one can probably really only see Fembrosi, and